And we back with uh I had a bad I don't know if you heard, but there's a big storm going out right now and we just had a bad lightning struck and my phone did some crazy shit. But my phone did some crazy shit with this big lightning going on with this damn hurricane shit. So let me see if I can get Cordae back on the line. Guys, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube where this full interview will be edited and uh, aired on YouTube once this is done. Make sure y'all go subscribe to that, and also going to be uploaded on gstatus, atlhustle.com. Our viewers are coming back in. I do apologize. There's something, a damn, I don't know what happened, but the whole lights and everything went off and made my phone go crazy. I don't know. Um,
Stefan's in here. I love him.
but no, back to what we was
Sorry.
talking about. Back to what we was talking about. So going back to going back to the show, and like I said about you, you have done so many amazing things. What are some of the future things that Cordae is coming without? Like, what is Cordae coming out with?
um, so I guess I could give you a little bit of an exclusive. Um, let's just say at the end of the season, that won't be the last that you see of me on the G Status branding page.
Oh, I'm excited. That's exciting to look out for that. So make sure y'all look out for Corday. Let me tell you something. I already know you're gonna do big things. I already see you doing big things. Just your structure and just the person that you are. I feel like you're not gonna allow you anything less than big, big things.
Right.
So I really gained that strength and I really see it. So that's really inspiring. What do you see the show doing for your career?
Um, Honestly, it's getting me ready for what's next. I look at it as it's getting me ready for what's next. I think that it's conditioning me to deal with worse, deal with people like this that actually have money, and those are the most dangerous people. Because money is power. I
Mm.
think it's preparing me for what's next.
With you saying that is preparing you for what's next. Is that also in the sense of your fans and the critiques that you're getting for your fans? Like, is it kind of helping you build a tougher skin?
Um, I don't think that I'm very sensitive. I have a very open relationship with my fans. So we do talk, but I love to get critiqued because it's gonna make me think like how I do my set list for a show. It'll make me it's only gonna be taken seriously when it's about my music and when it's my business. When it comes to how I act and my behavior, I don't really. I read them and see if there's anything valuable there. But if I can say, this is who I am or this is what happened behind it, if there's any question, any doubt, it's no point in me listening. My mom knows me very well, and she tells me every day how I can improve myself. So I'll listen to her.
And I think one question that everybody has that everybody wants to know is, and only answer this if you can, because I don't know what the future shows are going to be in tow. But as of now, it doesn't seem like y'all will. Is there any, any resolvement with Milan and the cast members that you see coming?
What I will say is I don't want to. I want you to be thoroughly entertained, but let's just say I'm not disappointed and cautious and stand back of speaking out for no reason.
That makes sense. I understand that completely. Um, to be honest with you, what you portrayed, I mean, and I said it earlier, you know, I won't condone the messiness that I felt that you portrayed this episode, but I I feel like as being your fan, I can tell you when things I don't like and things I do like. You know what I'm saying? And I really do think though that it's really authentic of what you portray, and I really thoroughly enjoy your character. And not to say it is a character, but just me watching the show, I really do enjoy who you are because I feel like you're more realistic to what people think in their mind. And I feel like we need more of the realness of people. I don't know, you know, all of a sudden we've gotten real sensitive all of a sudden. This world is really sensitive. And I
Very.
don't know when did that happen where we want people to be real, but we're so offended with what people have to say when they're real. You know, so you know, I respect people in the authenticity when they speak the truth no matter what. And I feel like you playing this villain role, I feel like you know, my hat's off to you because I know that's a hard role to play.
It is. Let me tell you this. It's very difficult to commune and make up and be nice to guys when it's apparent. And this is not me being cocky. This is honesty. Um, Whenever I'm in the room, that camera's on. If you notice with scenes that I'm in this past episode especially, um, you're not getting any footage that has any substance or any conversations or anything when the group's together if I'm not in the room. That camera never really started rolling until I step on set. And if I notice that, and when I'm not on set, it's not rolling, if I can notice that, then of course the cast notice. And when the cast notice, that's when everybody, and this is the disclosure for next episode. This is why I acted the way I acted next episode, because I noticed that everybody was trying to get on the coattail, get on camera. Everybody was trying to have a moment, and at my expense.
Mm.
And when you're in that position, it's incredibly hard, especially when you don't try to be. Like, I've never tried to say, "Yeah, cameras, cameras, cameras. Hey, I know some people who have. Sharad's infamous all season for begging for a camera moment. He did it at his event with the storm out that was completely like over dramatic and really not real. He did it later on in the season with trying to pull Tramel to the side, but he was denied of it because Tramel wasn't going to give him a moment. And he's going to do it next episode when you see me react a certain way. So it's really not easy when people see who you are and they know it, because then they try to do everything they can to try to like pull you, pull you, pull you, pull you.
Mm, I'm actually really, 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 really excited for next episode.
I'm
I really feel like, I mean, because you know what, my expectations are high, you know, and
oh,
from
we're
what
about
I
to let
know
them all down.
already, from what I see, and from what I hear from you, you know, people would say that you're doing damage control now because, you know, a lot of your posts is, oh, you know, forgive me now for what's coming out and stuff like that. Is that because you're really shameful of what is about to happen?
For what's about to happen, I'm completely embarrassed about. And I've openly said that because I'm not. I think that anybody in this chat that is a Cordae family member or friend knows that I don't get angry. And you can look on camera and tell, like, even when I'm cussing people out, I'm smiling. And so when I get out of character and go there, it's rare and far in between. And that's why I'm apologizing, because I know that that's
Okay, no more,
really,
no more, because as me doing my job, other questions are formulating
oh yeah, no.
as we go, and I know it's gonna go into next week's you know episode, so I can't do that. So I want to start closing this up a little bit. overall, really quickly, from what we know from episode 1 to 7, I want a cast run through. Everybody has done it that has came up here. I give me a few words. I'm gonna name a character. I'm gonna name a cast member. I want you to give me a few words and how you feel about them. Okay,
Okay.
so we're gonna go. We're gonna go with Sherrod.
Um, uh, Opportunist, um, seeks attention. I feel really sorry for him, because I feel like that if he really just was out of other people's shit and really just had self confidence, he could be great. And I've said that before. But this is the negative to him is I at this point I don't like him. He disgusts me, and it takes a nasty gutter person to go live on this platform and lie. And so when he got on here and he lied about Tramel, and when he got on here and said that I sent him a dick pic, and it's just like, bro, you've never and will never. And just
I know that's
politically,
right.
yeah, no. And I'm sure if there was, there would have been receipts produced. I will challenge him to find that, because I don't do that, because I know that I'm gonna be someone. I know I'm gonna be famous, and I don't want them floating. But what I am gonna say on the back end of that, just something that I know I could go on all day about these people, in a negative way, but to give you guys a good overview of why I don't agree with the way he carries himself and the porn he does. Um, in Atlanta, Georgia, Fulton County, especially, 80% of African American men that go get tested, African American gay men who go get tested, um, in Atlanta, test positive for HIV. And those are just the ones who go get tested. When I did watch porn, it was because I was trying to figure myself out, and I wasn't exposed. So you're nurturing, and if you don't know, if you've never seen a Fiji video, he busts it open raw. He takes men's fluids to his hole in his face, very raw. And all jokes aside, you're nurturing this statistic, you're nurturing this disease, and you're nurturing this outlook on the gay lifestyle by putting yourself out like that, then getting on a platform to this nature, and you're glorifying it and you're defending it, and I can't get with that, and I will never devalue myself because everybody wants to try to moralize porn
Now,
and
now,
sex.
now, let's say, and maybe I'm wrong, but we're not defaming the occupation of a sex worker,
No, no.
right? Right, because get your coin how you get your coin,
Yeah, I mean, you
and
can do whatever it is you want to do, but when you are in this kind of climate, I think that there has to be a sense of responsibility, accountability, and self, as whereas
as a public figure.
people awareness. And people are gonna hate me for saying it, and people are not gonna like it because people are afraid to admit to what we do all the time. And I've done it. Like, I've had raw sex and all kinds of things, and I've done it. And I'm not saying that I'm any better, but what I'm saying is you're publicizing it and you're nurturing it, and you're nurturing that
I
statistic.
understand. Somebody asks, "Who is this?" This is Cordae from G Status Hustle. It's a reality web series on
Songwriter,
YouTube, and
singer, mood.
yes, make sure you go follow him. He is amazing. He is a singer, an entrepreneur, doing amazing, amazing things. Um, so we're gonna go on to okay. So I really feel like we don't have to talk about Milan because we talked about Milan enough, and I feel like we all know how you feel about Milan.
Really, how I feel about it is honestly on the professional side, in the business aspect, I'm a fan, and I've said it before. I'm a fan of the character that is portrayed. I'm thoroughly entertained. It's one line where he goes, I want to change the mood and slip into something, or change the mood into something extra special, or something like that. And things like that make me, like, draws me in, and I find it entertaining. So on the professional and business side, great character.
I
Um,
respect that. I respect
on
that. It takes a
the
big man to. It takes a secure man to say something like that. To be honest with you.
Definitely. And just on the personal side, it's just a matter of just being comfortable within himself, and grabbing that confidence that would keep deter him from making decisions of, let me talk about somebody behind their back, and then trying to be mad at the person who called you out for it. Like, it's kind of like, just own it. We're going to be in this group for a long time. That's the only reason it was called out. It was on camera, so it's going to be put out there anyway. Just accountability and maturing, and just, other than that, I think that he has the potential to be, a very great dynamic, person to
Yeah, I think
somebody.
he's amazing for TV. I think he's really really great for TV. I love everything about Milan. He's really really dope. We're gonna go into how you feel. Okay, we know Tramel is clearly you know
Oh, I'm
as
gonna speak on Charmel.
oh go ahead speak out Tramel.
But I honestly, I absolutely adore Chamel. Chamel is that type of person that will tell you when you're wrong, but he knows the time and place to do that. He doesn't do that in front of people. He doesn't give them that power, and that's a true friend, someone who can call you out, but wait till the right time to
I
do it.
agree.
But I absolutely adore him in the sense of, he's not afraid of defying the odds, and seeing the real or the true perspective. It takes a bad, confident, beautiful black man to be friends with me. And most people that are in my circle, and that I am friends with, have jobs. They are making money, and they are very secure in themselves. So they don't have to look at me as a threat. They don't have to act distasteful to me, or look at me and think that I think that I'm a certain way, because they're more so concerned with, how can I influence this man's life to be better than what he is now, because that's how I go into situations. So for that, I love
That's
Chanel.
dope. What I do love is that regardless if you have a problem or you do like these people, you do have positive things to say about everybody. Um, like I said, that takes a secure person in itself, because sometimes that feeling, those positive things, don't validate our negative feelings. So we don't like to speak on them, and we just like to be petty and stuff like that. So, like I said, I admire that. Let's get on to Akeem.
Um, Honestly, my interactions with with the king are okay. Like, he's a sweetheart. He's always, like, just came to me and just been like, keep going. You're great. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Like, someone that can mirror, be a mirror for you, be a mirror on the wall. You got to keep one or two of those around. I like the king, stand up guy to me. And mind you, people are gonna hate that I say it, but Akeem, when he gets into a lot of his altercations, I'm never on set, so I don't know what causes them. And considering what I do know about these guys and how they can be, and what buttons they can press, people react differently. He reacts and says some disgusting things, but you have other people on the cast that reacts and wants to fight. What makes your reason any better than him using his words? So does he really feel like that? We have to understand, he probably doesn't. He does pageants, for heaven's sakes. So if he had issues with the transgender or androgynous or cross-dressed or drag queen type community, then I think that he wouldn't have been doing what he does all his life.
Already, right? So leaving Akeem, we have who? Okay, so is it fair to say, do you know True Fine as much as we do? Because we barely know
Um,
him.
True Fine is a character. Um, True, aka Cordrick. Um, I have mixed feelings about him. Only because I thought that we were okay. But I just think that there has been some shady things that he's done behind the scenes that I don't necessarily agree with. But at the end of the day, we don't have to talk every day or be friends. And there's a authentic just love there for him. So I won't write him off for it. Just, it's just another thing, another person, another day in the world of True.
I know that's right. And we got Safar. You had a lot to say this past episode.
Um, well, I mean, Jafar did y'all interviewed him for about 45, 46 minutes, and 38.12 minutes of his interview was about me. So I can have as much as I want to say for the rest of the damn season. And this is why. Because all season,
Come back,
all
Cordae. Come back.
season, all season, this man has not said anything. What you got when Akeem came at him with Milan at his house when he didn't really know her like that, or he wanted them to, do that's him all season. He's a mouse. Like, he doesn't talk, he doesn't say anything, and now you think that you have the right to talk to me. You had your chance to talk to me all season. You can't talk to me anymore. And we have nothing to network with about. Like, he needs to just, I think that instead of concentrating on things like this, he just needs to pick up a book and read. He just needs to do a lot of reading because he's not very smart. And I know it's a reading thing because he always messes up words with OUS at the end. That's a sign that you are not reading or writing regularly. He can't say words like mischievous or malicious. That's a intelligence factor. So I just really recommend him just to do some more reading and writing and less stripping. But I just think that I don't know, because during the season, me and Zafar were okay, and probably because he didn't really say much. He tried to have this dispute and call me out about the event or whatever with the karaoke. But if you notice, he gets up, he starts to walk around the table, but he comes all the way back around just to give me a hug goodbye. Actions like that, when you go out of your way to call me handsome or tell me X, Y, and Z, it's just kind of like when you then flip and then you have so much to say. Bro, if I'm really this kind of person and I'm really this way and we're on the same show and we're supposed to be making each other better, why didn't you pull me aside and say, Cordae, you know what, you came off really shady. Milan's one of my closer friends and he feels like you're really shady. Why didn't you fix that situation? His mind just doesn't go that far. It doesn't go that far. He's so weird though, because he's one of the ones that has a lot to say about me. He was just very angry, but you're always clicking on my videos and looking at my videos on my timeline.
Look, Trevel's in these comments too.
We've had conversations multiple times. Like, I've had conversations with this man about the physics of a fish tank. But you have so much to say. And this was after the show. So it's, like I said, throughout the season, it's just a lot of people that you think that are cool and on your side, and you're humbly, everybody's like, oh, he's so cocky and this, and it's like, I'm humbly asking you guys, like, how does this sound? I wanted to get you guys' opinion on the performance, and then y'all just wait for your confessionals because y'all were too insecure in yourself where you couldn't say, well, this is how I felt about this. Let's, revisit that song. Like, something like that. Zafar just should read more. Just stick to books. Stay in the books, kid. Stay in the books. Write more. Just write. Just write sentences. The cat jumped over.
I do want to say, I like for all our cast members to be to be in their truth. And I just want to be fair for everybody. And this is not no bashing show at all, but I do want everybody to no, and it's not that I feel like you're bashing, because I want you to tell you your truth, because a lot of people had a lot to say about you, in our previous interviews, and I just want you to make sure that you are allowed it to speak your piece and comment on anything that was already, discussed, previously.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I
just
mean,
to be
and I
fair.
could go on about things that they've said in the malicious sense to me, but I choose to, if we're going to have a conversation, I just want you to be able to take something from it. So that's why I'm naming things and giving you the facts to back it up, because those are things that can help them. Me talking about them in a rude or condescending way, no, it may be condescending. I'll be okay with that. That can be the shade of it. But me talking about you in a rude or defaming your character or something like that, that doesn't help me tomorrow. So what would help me is if you read a book and you wouldn't say, I don't, not, that's what he said. So it's just like, just should read. Just read more.
Look.
Okay.
I did peeps and stuff, but on his defense, I could imagine it being overwhelming and things of that nature. But let's go on to. I know this gets into like this side subcast. I guess you would say Adrian, because I know he's not in like the main credits. So, what do you feel about this? Because and Tramel said something that you would have a problem. And I was trying to figure out why would you have a problem? Maybe because he had that altercation with Akeem, but why? What would have been the issue with
Um, I was totally bothered by that altercation. It was tacky. I feel like that Akeem should have been able to speak his mind to me without Adrian jumping in to defend him. It's like Akeem is a grown man and Milan's a grown man. Why do you feel like that because you didn't speak up when when Milan said something about Sherrod? You ain't speak up, so why
But
would
I
you?
do feel like, in that situation, Akeem was being a little messy and he
He
was
was being
speaking
messy,
out loud for anybody to hear, to comment.
I think that it's a case for me where it was Akeem's situation with Milan. So if I have a situation with Milan, regardless of whose friend you are, you have no right to try to interpret it in a different way. You have no right to try to change my, view. I'm allowed to not like you if I don't want to like you. So
Facts.
if you can be as passionate about somebody as you want to, but if I don't like you, then I just don't like you. And if someone's talking about you when I'm around, guess what? I'm gonna walk away because your opinion is not going to. You won't get that power. So with Adrian in that situation, I feel like he did the most, but it really wasn't a big deal. My opinion on Adrian in general is I'm just thrown off a little bit by him because in his confessionals, I mean, not in his confessionals, but even in his confessionals, but in other interview, he kind of shaded the performance. Meanwhile, watch the footage, roll the tape. He was the loudest one. He was the biggest fan. So I just didn't get that. It is just kind of like if we never had an issue and you see that this is something I'm passionate about and trying to do, just support your brother. Just support it. I don't care.
I feel you.
Just support it because it took you nothing to say, even if you didn't like the vocal, it took you nothing to say his stage presence was amazing. Everybody in the room was standing up. Everybody's camera phone was on. He had a big crowd. It was a successful show. It takes you nothing to say something like that. But instead, you wanted to shade it. And it's kind of like you cred yourself on the show about being the realest one and, you ain't with the fake shit. Bro, you let me down. Sorry. And that's just me being salty. I'm not really like at
No,
that certain.
and that's fine. That's fine because you're allowed to
I'm
feel
just
the
being
way you
salty
feel.
in that
I'm not gonna ask you about Krishan and December because we haven't really introduced them yet. So I don't
right.
want to, spoil anything that may have come in the future. Look, we have went through a lot of stuff. I don't want to hold
You
you too much
forgot Charlie
longer.
and True. Oh no, Charlie.
No, we talked about True, but Charlie, I kind of know about Charlie already. But yes, let's talk about Charlie.
No, I only reason I brought that up because his second interview. I don't know if it was his second interview. I don't know how many times he's came. But in some interviews, he kind of played our situation as just like it was just like something to do or something like that. But I think
Right. He
that and he
played it
tried to
very.
play my vocal
Played
or
it,
whatever. But when he came to you guys' interview, I feel like he cleared it up and was like it was more of an experience. And um, he said
he
something
enjoyed
else.
it. He said.
Yeah, he was just like the vocals weren't bad. So I won't even be salty towards him today for it. Maybe when I wake up tomorrow, I'll feel some kind of way. But I get sensitive anyway when I invest my time into you romantically and you kind of try to make it look like it wasn't like what it
So
was.
it was there for both parties. Because I'm not gonna lie, I
So,
like Charlie, but he did try to make it seem like it was like all you and he wasn't with it.
so without, well, I don't mind exposing, but I'm gonna say this at the time that it happened, I think it was just something fun for him, something fun and something like sexy. And for me, it was just like what it had always been when it came to him. Like, I would rather just really get to know you. I can smash you whoever I want to smash. I'm not in this for the smash. But what happened was after filming, and this is why, because he said at some point, he was just like, yeah, it was just kind of for the cameras. But after filming, he hit me up during like a photo after the photo shoot where we did the cast shoot, and he was like, can we go on a date? It just takes a time. It takes time for me to like someone, and by this time, I was already seeing someone special, so I did not take him up on that offer.
So you really turned him down.
Um, eh, I love you, Charlie, but both times, yes, because we were actually supposed to film going on a date on the show, and I called him up, and I was like, I'm just not really interested in doing the date situation. I think it's best we just kind of. I was like, I don't know how we're really gonna end that for the viewers, but I guess you guys will get to see.
And I really believe you. I really genuinely believe everything that's coming out your mouth for real, for real. I really do. You have a
Oh yeah, I
sense of
remember. I was
honesty.
walking past Duke and Kings on my break at work, and I was talking to somebody. Um, I was talking to the producer, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna break this down, but I really don't want to do that scene because we were supposed to film that scene like on maybe a Saturday or a Sunday. And I was just like, I really don't want to do. I don't really want to pursue him like that anymore. And so I called him, and he didn't take it like, oh my god, but why? No, he just was like, okay, and just kind of left it at that. But later on, after the show had already been filmed, and we were doing the cast shoot, he did reach out to me about pursuing something. And unfortunately, at the time, my mind and my space was occupied. So much love. And I wouldn't be putting these things out there if you didn't say things that discredited my character.
Right. I mean,
Yep.
hey, you got it. Like I said, this is the chance for you to air out all the things that you need to, explain. So I got only a couple more questions. As far as the reunion goes, is that something that you're looking forward to? And with all of the stuff that we're addressing, is that something that you're going to address then?
Um, the cast members are my fans. I'm sure they'll see it. Um, so I don't think I really have to address it. I feel like everyone's going to be wanting to address me because the camera is going to be on me. No, I'm just joking. Well, kind of, but no, I've just been asked. I'm just joking. As far as the reunion, I haven't really put a lot of thought into it. I'm doing like so much right now. It's just kind of like the reunion is in the back, back of my mind. Like it's coming too soon. It's like, okay, can y'all hold it off a couple of months, please?
I know your fit is going to be everything.
Let's just say um, that will be that look will be the beginning of a new relationship.
I'm excited. Look, like I told you, I'm a genuine fan. So my biggest question for you personally is, will you be on season two?
I am season two. what's this show without me? No. um, season 2, honestly, is the opportunity for us all to really be someone. I think season 1, people just kind of get to know us surface level. And I think, and like I was telling Sharmel, I think season 2 is going to be epic. I think it's going to be way better. I think it's going to be on time. I think that this is someone learning the ropes. This is a very, very young entrepreneur who has orchestrated contracts himself. He's orchestrated venues himself. He's made agreements and licensing with so many people to be able to give, you know, people this footage.
Shout out
So
to
him
Ja and
already
KL.
knowing that, now he can completely focus on people, cast members, probably new cast members.
I agree with that. I agree, and that
Mm,
makes 100% sense because the first season, just like ours or anybody's, is kind of like a trial and error, and you
yeah,
can get to fix and tweak everything that you kind of missed or want to make up for. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. It's room for improvement, like for great improvement, because the season two, I
yeah,
can
and
imagine,
and
is going to
then
be phenomenal.
the cast as well. Some people probably will get better wigs. You're gonna see some better makeup jobs. I think season 2 is going
But this
to
cast is a
be.
good cast,
I do too. I honestly think that
as
with
well
the
as good
except I think
content. They
with the
look good as
exception
well.
I think with the exception of Shirai, I think this cast is
I
awesome.
even I like Sherrod with the cast. You know
I
why I
think
like
I
Sherrod?
think Shirai
I
put I think you can like Shirai on the cast, but behind the scenes he lacks integrity for the project, and I think that's what I don't like about Shirai. Don't disrespect, and I hope he's watching. Don't disrespect the project. Don't disrespect the people who are giving you everything, clothes off of their back to be the best you.
mm. Hey, and you know what? I'm not behind the scenes, so that's something that I cannot comment on. And I'm glad you are here to comment on all things. So before I let you go, is there anything that you want the world to know? Because like the world does perceive you as this villain. Is there anything that you just want that we haven't covered that you just want somebody to know, that you want the world to know? Is there something that has happened that you want to explain? The floor is yours and open to whatever you want to talk about.
Only two things I want people to know is it's September. We are wrapping up, but every day counts. It is Suicide Prevention and Awareness Month. And it is very, 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 very important to tell everyone that you know and you speak to, especially the ones that look amazing and that are doing great. Tell them that you care about them, you love them, invite them out for a simple cup of coffee or a glass of wine. Um, Pay attention to the signs. That's the first thing. The second thing I would want people to know is I'm a songwriter, singer. I am a creative, and I have a passion for what I do with music. And Mood is out. Anybody who doubts my ability and my craft, if you listen to Mood, your life and your mind will change. That project's about suicide, addiction, and depression, and how people and lust and love and sex um, play into those things. Lastly, I have an amazing, amazing project coming out. It's going to be way more mainstream. The songs I wrote for this project, you are going to be very surprised, taken back, and you will get visuals this go round. And oh, and I have a docu series that is going to come out as well that is going to follow the project, and you may see who I'm in love with, if I'm in love, or when I fall in love. You may see all of those different steps in that series. So
That's
stay
dope.
tuned.
I'm really, really, really excited for all of that. To be honest with you, I really started following you after G Status, and I really fell in love with your artistry and the person that you were. Like I said, I've been Team Cordae since day one. If you watch the interviews, you will see I'm always Team Cordae, always defended, and I feel like I've always knew that there's a method to the madness. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And all
I'm a
geniuses
deep
are a
person.
little.
People don't like deep people. I don't know why. Because they got to actually work and use their
It's
brain.
because they
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 would
got to
read a
actually
little
work and
bit
actually
more.
think, and I get that a lot with me. You know what I mean? A lot of people will call me, I'm very over analytical and I think too much or I get too deep in things. But a lot of times, like you just said, it's I love to think, and I think the power of your mind is an amazing thing, and the fact that you can create and do so many things with your mind. Why not utilize what is
Right.
God given already? You know,
Right.
a lot of our talents just come from right here, and people don't realize that
Yeah.
they look for their talents in outsources and through everybody else and what everybody else is doing instead of just looking right up here. So I do. One thing I do want to say before we end this is that keep doing what you're doing because you're showing independency in a way of being yourself in your art when it's so hard because everybody's doing it. You know what I'm saying? You're in a platform, and your artistry is somewhere, especially with social media. Everyone's doing it. Everyone's on reality TV. Everyone's a musician. Everyone's a singer, whatever. But how you're delivering your artistry is amazing, and I really want you, if nobody else is telling you, continue to work.
You
I
make me
am a
go
fan.
deep.
No, for real, I am a
Because when you
fan.
said that, it just kind of I'm not gonna take too much of your time, I promise. But it
No,
just
go ahead,
made
go ahead.
me.
We're here.
It
We're
made me
here.
go deeper when you said, um, "Be confident and you love how I do what I do and live in my art because everyone's doing it." And it just made me realize that it's even more difficult when you're forced into a group when no one's doing it,
Mm.
with the exception of Charlie. But it's just it's harder because everyone wants to focus just on your music and then they focus on the fun of everybody else. So it's kind of
Right,
like I'm
right,
the
right.
Debbie Downer and the prude. But guys, I promise I'm a stand-up guy. I'm a great timeout. But I just went into the situation on a different playing field than everybody else. So keep watching. You guys will love the show. You will.
Well, we already do, and for people like me that are fans, we already love you. Like I said, keep doing what you do. Keep inspiring, and I'm gonna be watching, and I'm gonna look forward to these projects. And also, now that we're linked up social media wise and different things, please let me know if you got new music, if you got new things coming out that I can help promote, that I can help put on our site and different things like that. Because I want to support as much as possible. I support you, and just keep doing your thing, man. Keep being powerful, keep being strong, keep being, the beautiful man that you are, and you'll get as successful and mainstream as you need to be, for real, for real.
Thank you so, so much. I love your style. I love, 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 love your accent. It's a gorgeous accent.
Oh, thank
And
you.
if
Appreciate
you're
it.
in Atlanta, let's set up some cameras and do this live.
Yes, I
So,
would appreciate that. Yes, I
well,
would
not
love
live,
that.
but
That'd be dope.
face to
Yeah,
face.
yeah, in person. Yes, that would be dope. We could definitely make that happen. I'll be in Atlanta sometime. This month coming up anyway. So we'll definitely set some things up, and I'll link up with you definitely.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the moment. And I know that my interviews are always so, so long, but hopefully it's worth it.
It
And
is
thank
very
you.
much worth it. I'm excited. This was a great thing. I'm thankful that you're open and you were comfortable to talk to me and stuff like that. So I really appreciate that. You're really humble, and I really hope that people get to see what we see, what I see, and your fans see in upcoming episodes. So we look forward to everything. Before we let you go, let everyone know where they can find you and your music again for all our new subscribers.
I'm going to post the link for my music in this shebang. Um, I hate that word now. But you can find me everywhere at Cordae Sings, Cordae Sings. That is all social media. You can find me everywhere where digital music is sold as Cordae. I would type in Cordae Mood because then you'll go straight to the source. And I appreciate every if you buy a single, if you just listen, if you just stream it, I still get paid. So, and you get to be in my world, and we can just bounce off each other. And I love you all for supporting me. If you've already been doing it, and everybody who's going to, y'all are super, super cool. I love the comments, I love the messages. So keep them coming. It does keep me going. It keeps me encouraged, and you keep me going and you keep me encouraged. So I love everybody, and the love is real.
Yes, it really is. Thank you again. And like I said, let's keep in touch and we'll make stuff happen. Thank you again for joining us and airing out all of the tea that we wanted to know. It has been very
Hopefully, I'm not
informing.
fired. Y'all don't see me next episodes because I'm just
Look,
standing right here.
no, I think you did great. I think you were very great. I look forward to seeing you next episode and different things. And we can
I
also
apologize
schedule
in advance.
after the next couple episodes air, we can have you on my show on Wednesdays
Awesome,
and
awesome.
see, if you want to air some things after this episode's air and stuff like that. But it's been a pleasure. It's been fun. You are amazing. Um, keep up the good work, man, and keep doing what you're doing. Keep inspiring and keep singing, man. You keep singing. Mood. Make sure y'all go download Mood. It is. I honestly not just being biased. It is really really dope. It is really 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 dope. So make sure y'all go cop that and support.
Thank you so much. You have an amazing night. I am going
You
to be
too.
up
You
for
too.
a
Thank you.
while. All right. Thanks. Bye. Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Look at that. That's a great interview. I love. Look, I love Cordae even more now. Like I've always been a fan. I've understood kind of his antics and what you would call like his how he would talk with people and different things and how he would think because I always thought that he spoke what you thought about and maybe everybody don't think and maybe it's not appropriate to say everything that's on your mind but I think it's appropriate because we live in a world that you got to speak your mind and not hold your tongue for nothing. So shout out to Corday for coming on the show. He was amazing. Um, Everything I thought it would be. He's talented. He's dope. Shout out to everybody that has been on the show, honestly. From Sharad to Milan to Safar to Ja. We've had Charlie. Shout out to everybody because everybody has been amazing. I love everybody. Everybody is dope in their own individual way. Shout out to Ja for this great series. Um, if I miss anybody, I do apologize. But I was trying to see if Key, my co-host, wanted to come on a bit, but I don't see his ad button there. But thank you guys for viewing. It has been an amazing show. Very informative. Corday has given me the information that I've needed. I am in contact with Corday. If there's any questions or any feedback that you guys have that may want to ask him, please contact me in my inbox or contact Key, Marquis Smith. He has been in the comments. And ask any questions and we'll make sure that we go and ask him that way. Key, I don't see your ad button. I should have to tell you landscape. um, Again, I want to shout out to Ja. This show has been, oh my God, so good, so good. And I don't just say that because we're working with them, but I say that because I'm really I started wanting to work with them because of how good the show was. But the editing this past episode has been really good, like really good, and it's only gonna get better. So shout out to him. Shout out to Ja. I'm waiting for Marquise to see if he could come in real quick. I'm not seeing him right now. Um, Shout out to Tremel, he was commenting. Shout out to Sherrod. Shout out to Milan, he was viewing. Shout out to Chasing Dallas. They are so supportive. Premier Reese was watching, always promoting and supporting. Shout out to King Kane, he was in here. Shout out to all our royals and our supporters that watch every week and go through the motions with us. You guys are amazing, for real, for real. Like, you really guys are. Um, Again, Key is not working right now, so. But again, shout out to Cordae. If you haven't heard, on all music platforms, go and search Cordae Mood. He is a dope artist. He is also a star of G Status ATL Hustle. We just had him here for an interview that was really like, I don't know if you missed it, baby. If you missed it, um, this interview was broken down into two parts. So when I go transfer this to YouTube, to our YouTube channel, I will edit it to where it's one video. Um, that will be up by tomorrow. Um, so thank you guys and bearing with us, staying tuned this whole time, being with us, watching every day. I mean, every week. You guys are really, really amazing. I can't get Key back on. Corday has just commented talking about he loves everyone. He is really very, and this is why I say, don't judge somebody until you watch the Royal Couch, because once we get them on the show, I promise you, you'll have a different mindset on these people. These people are amazing. These people are humble. These people, it's a show that we're watching. You're only seeing one aspect of people, so make sure you get to know the real aspect of what is going on when you watch the Royal Couch, and you can only get this tea and information on the Royal Couch. So make sure y'all subscribe to the Royal Couch. I think I got him on now, Marquise, so that I can end this. Let's see if it works for him ending it. So that's his end time. Yes, baby. Wasn't that a fucking show?
He's such a fucking snickerdoodle. I want to eat him.
Oh yes, he is very attractive, so I can understand why
I'm
they're
not
all
even just
hawking him.
talking about his attractiveness. I'm talking about his whole mind, his brain. That was really dope. And if you still mad at Corday now, something is wrong with y'all, because I get it. Leave the boy alone. He ain't his own judge. Leave him
Right.
alone.
That's why I said don't judge nobody off of these shows until you watch the Royal Couch, baby, because you'll get a whole nother aspect on these people. Because he's really like, people love to hate him, but I really feel like he is a dope as individual, and I feel like this interview showed how dope he was.
That was everything. I was trying to watch TMZ child, but y'all had it on. Corday, darling. Hello.
He gave you everything that we needed, and I loved at the end. He brought up the suicide,
Right.
hotline, and making sure like there's different things, like there's depth to these people. And we have to realize that we're watching minutes on people's lives, and we're judging people based off of 13 minutes, let's say, of a whole episode that you see somebody. So, you know, um, I'm definitely Team Corday. I'm Team everybody, but I've been Team Corday since the beginning, and
Right.
I love me some Corday. So yes, did you have any takes or any views before we end this live?
I'm just, you know. John, baby, I'm just so glad, and I'm so proud to be a part of like all these wonderful individuals. I know the conversation got heated. Some things were said, but at the end of the day, like you said, and you said it very well. We give everybody a platform and a chance to, speak their mind and tell their truth. And it's just so dope to see these passionate individuals, like the difference in all of them, but yet you're uniquely placed on this one platform. Like it's dope. It's dope, and they all black, gay, doing things. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, job, everything is dope to me. I'm feeling the whole vibe right now.
Alizé. Shout out to
So
Alizé. But this was a great informative interview. I feel like it got a lot of people's minds settled on who he is and why
Right.
he was doing the things that he was doing. I know we have some more things to look forward to, so make sure y'all catch Cordae on the Royal Couch with Key and King. That's every Wednesday at 10 um, Eastern Standard Time. But like I said, today was a really great interview as well as a really great episode. And
Mm-hmm.
shout out to Jai, shout out to Cordae, shout out to Tremel. He was very active
Yeah,
inside the comments.
he was cutting
Um,
up.
he had a lot to say, but there's a lot of tea going on. I can't wait to this reunion, baby. This reunion
Right.
is going to be so good.
I just hope they can be polite, a little nice, nasty.
A little nice nasty, right? But yes, so I don't want to keep you guys up. I know this show has went on for a while. We had a lot to cover with Corday. There was a lot of information, and I know I'm gonna smack myself later because there's gonna be more questions that I'm think about later that I should have
I
asked. You
think
know
you
what I'm
did
saying?
good. You did really good.
But he's amazing, guys. Shout out to Key. He is in Georgia. Shout out to me. I'm in Cary, North Carolina. We're not in our home location. So I evacuated too.
But it's not funny, y'all. We just,
Nah, no, look, we gotta laugh about it because it is crazy.
okay.
Nah. But we love you guys.
And we'll be back together soon. Just give it a minute. Florence is just doing some things, y'all.
Shout out to Cordae's mom for watching. Hey mom. That was dope. Um,
He's so freaking adorable.
yes, that was so dope. She should be very proud as we are. Um, one more thing about Corday. How humble is he? Like, you know how
Right.
like
Real
that
mellow.
blues that everybody talks about, like I could understand it, but at the same time, he was really dope and humble, and I really appreciated how comfortable he was because I was kind of nervous about, making sure that he was comfortable to be open. But that awkwardness that he always says he has, I didn't see it this time, which I'm glad.
And Cordell knows how to speak. He knew how to articulate all his feelings, and that's what made to me the interview was very smooth. It made me sit back and be like, okay, I can listen because he's giving examples and giving me my own little way to go into a thought process of what he's talking about. So that was dope. Very relatable talking to him.
Yes, definitely. So, guys, we're gonna leave you at that point. Stay tuned. G Status ATL Hustle will be episode 8 will be on the 23rd next Sunday coming up. Um, please be aware the Royal Couch will be on Wednesday. Um, it, who knows who's gonna be who's going to be interviewing that time, but I try to be, we try to be, equal opportunities because we are the dynamic duo. I know everybody is looking to see us together. We feed off each other amazingly, but I want to give you guys me, and I also want to give you guys Key. So we might have, I might just have him do the interviews for Wednesday so that y'all had me today. Y'all can have him on Wednesday. But we'll keep you guys informed of what's going on because I know he's going to be traveling and things of that nature. So we'll get all of the logistics together between each other. Hello, uh, look, Corday had me in my boat. I was on Google today. Like, hold on, I got Corday, and let me be on Google. Man, he ain't gonna make me sound stupid. Like I need to read it right, bitch.
Get your soul together.
He was come and go, man. Talking about some reading and writing, bitch.
Listen, I was trying
Reading
to
and
tell
writing is
you in the comments,
fundamental.
and then Tramel didn't make it no better in the comments.
Oh, Lord Jesus. But anyway, guys,
We'll
tune
talk
in.
about
Make
that
sure you
later.
subscribe to the Royal Couch. That's DA Royal Couch on YouTube to catch the whole interview together by tomorrow. And make sure you are inboxing us both if you have any questions that we did not cover for Corday between Marquise Smith. You see the title, his name up there, or under the King. and we'll be sure to share that information with Cordae, which I'm sure he would love to answer. So again, subscribe, like, comment, share. Thank you for watching each and every week. We love you guys. Thank you guys for everybody for joining. Thank you Cordae, thank you Ja, all of the good stuff. To all our kings and queens and in betweens.
You always. That's why. It's because we're not together. It's because
Right. I
we
know we
love
know
y'all. Hugs and
it.
kisses to all our bitches.
Oh yeah. Wait, the kings and queens to be in the beginning. My bad. The wrong part. The wrong part.
We love y'all. We just love y'all. Bye.
Bye guys.